waleta matamsanga. Yabo! Yabo! Yabo!
This is the Black Pot, aka Cuckoo Show, number where we speak truth to power. Now, today, my brother, my sister, we have a number of things we need to look at, and I need us to come quick. Now, you must be on Facebook right now if you want to see me live in my beautiful African world. This is a fabric I got from the Ivory Coast, and I want you to really see it. Oh my God, have mercy. We are supporting Made in Africa. No two ways about that. Patriotism. Now, our Facebook page is 92.73 FM, your urban lifestyle radio. And remember to share this broadcast, as always. Hear me now. Time now for action. From the newsreel, we must always keep it real. How many of us, my brother, my sister, have heard about a boxer known as Freezy McBones? How many of us have heard about a boxer by name Freezy McBones? How many of us know Freezy McBones? Okay. Now, Freezy McBones, my brother, my sister, is a boxer. And looking at him, you can tell that he has a beautiful future ahead of him. To those who believe in boxing, I don't. Now, he was in Ghana here and he slugged it out with poverty. He slugged it out with mismanagement. He found his way into the UK. And over there, according to him, he tried to become a boxer. Many were those who ridiculed him and called him a madman, especially amongst the Ghanaian community in the UK. He ended up picking up the boxing mantle. And today, people have already started referring to him as the next Mike Tyson. He's aggressive in the ring. The last interview, after a fight that he won, we saw from him, had him shedding tears and bemoaning the very, very terrible, sarcastic situation in Ghana, where we have all the gold, yet we are as poor as the church mouse. Where he bemoaned the situation in Ghana, where Dumso has become the order of the day. In fact, having won that fight, many were those who expected that he would hoist high the flag of Ghana. Many were those who thought that he would be singing the national anthem and be glorifying that powerful country that got its name from the ancient Ghana Empire. But no, he took an opportunity to push Ghana deeper into the doldrums, to talk about Dumso, to talk about poverty, and also to talk about the dirtiness of this country. Thanks so much to this wonderful soul known as Freezy McBones. Today, my brother, my sister, I'm going to be very, very brief on this one. And I'm reading this one from my Joy Online, and it says, boxing sensation Freezy McBones ditches Ghana for UK after applying for GBA license. I read it. President of the Ghana Boxing Authority, GBA, Abraham Nikwe, says Britain-based Ghanaian sensation said Jima has decided to naturalize for the UK. Now, the GBA boss says Seth, also known as Freezy McBones, had initially planned to fight under Ghana's name. The professional boxer first caught the country's attention in April following the victory over Darrell Sharp at the Copper Boxing Arena in London. The 33-year-old fought in an undercard bout in the Joe Joyce versus Ziliel Zhang main event over the weekend as he defeated his opponent through a unanimous decision by the judges. Oh, I thought that Freezy McBones could have fought for both Ghana and UK. Why is it not possible? He can fight for both Ghana and UK. After all, this is a country that is pushing dual citizenship, right? You can belong to America and also belong to Ghana. Why is Freezy McBones forced to choose? Are you not those pushing the dual citizenship agenda? So you see that in life, You are surrounded by choices. You must be lucky to be spoiled with choices. Some people won't understand. My brother, my sister, you are a country that is pushing dual citizenship. Oh, okay. You can belong to both Ghana and belong to England as well. Ghana and the US of A. You can even be a parliamentarian. Or you can even be a minister of state under Mahama. That's if he becomes president. Now, this is what the world is teaching you. Ghanaians are crying. They are shedding bitter tears for a boxer. Not even in the full interest of the country Ghana. Let alone dual citizenship holders who are going to be allowed to take MP positions, ministerial positions, and so on and so forth. Now they are saying that they can take all positions except army positions and even police positions. Why not? Please take every position. After all, you are allowed to take any country of your choice and belong to any country as well. Now let us get to the real sense of this. Hear me now, brethren, and let's be quick with this. Now Ghana has failed yet again. This was a gentleman who was here doing pongpo, carrying cement and sand, breaking his back in order to buy gobe. This was a talent that was wasted right here in Ghana because of mismanagement and sheer foolishness. My brother, my sister, he found his way into the UK and he's been handed over opportunities on a silver platter. I don't support boxing. I hate boxing because boxing is a violent game. I would not even call it a sport. It's a barbaric sport. I still do not understand why people should be in the ring violently attacking each other, breaking each other's noses, for people to stand by and clap whilst people are bleeding. Are you human beings or rats? Are you human beings or goats? I cannot understand it. When I was a little child, I was told it was a sport. All the examinations I wrote that boxing was a sport. Today, I know that it is sheer barbarism. But my brother, my sister, put aside boxing. Freezy McBones has chosen that. He wants to represent the UK. He speaks impeccable Twi. Better than some single dual citizenship holders in this country. Single citizenship holders in this country. Yet, he's decided that he has allegiance to the UK and not Ghana. It is a system failure. It's a political failure. It's a failure for the citizens of this nation. My brother, my sister, how many Ghanaians will proudly ditch Ghana and pick up the citizenships of South Africa? How many Ghanaians, hey, listen, let America come in right now and say, hey, we are giving free citizenships to Ghanaians who want to ditch their original citizenships. In fact, who want to even burn their country's flags. Out of the 30 million or 32 million Ghanaians would have, probably only 2 Ghanaians will sit back and say, no, we don't want it. You'll be shocked that some of your kings and chiefs will throw away their stools and their skins and run after the American citizenship. My brother, my sister, it's a system failure. Patriotism is no longer instilled in our people. Patriotism is no longer taught. So for me to hear that a certain political candidate is looking forward to making dual citizenship holders hold very sensitive positions in this country, I break down and I cry. What Ghana needs right now is factory settings. What Ghana needs right now is factory settings. And what do I mean by factory settings? We must go back to the days of old when the ancient Ghana Empire was the most flourishing empire in the whole world. The Japanese could not come near. The Americans were not even existent. Oh, let's even talk about the French. They were somewhere in oblivion. The Ghana Empire, my brother, my sister, was the biggest empire until 1076. Now we assumed our name from the Ghana Empire. And today, my brother, my sister, we are just a shadow. In fact, a figment of our imagination when we talk about the ancient Ghana Empire. I have said this time and again, how many people want to represent Ghana? Ask yourself, today, a lot of people claim they are Ghanaians and they are proud Ghanaians only because nobody has given them an American citizenship. Today, as I stand, I can boldly say that I turned down an American citizenship from Barack Obama because I wanted to stay in this country and become Ghanaian. I wanted to stay and look at the rights of my people and push my people forward. Many ignoramuses will sit back and talk what they want to talk. Let them speak, let them talk. After all, everybody has an opinion. Opinions are like noses, and an idiot has one. Trust me, my brother, my sister. Today, Freezy McBones is teaching us a very serious lesson of patriotism. Serious lesson of patriotism. Yes, he has decided that even though he used to eat banku and fetridechi, he used to eat fufu and a bankwine. Today, he has pushed away all the bankwine and the fufu, and he's eating pizza. He's eating the British dinner. My brother, my sister, now the GBA is crying. Oh, he took a form from us. He even wanted to do it for us. All of a sudden, he ditched us. Why would he not ditch you? In your schools, you don't teach patriotism. You are killing the most patriotic people we had in this country. You are telling little children that they were terrorists and they were dictators. You are bringing your great-grandfathers and making them heroes where they actually were villains and terrorists. To God be the glory. In life, you can never run away from choices. Anybody who wants to say that, oh, you can be part of just anything and stand for nothing, you would certainly fall for everything. I'm reading this from my own treenews.com, the most authentic source of news online. I'm going to spend just about 2 minutes on this today. I need to be really quick. It said GBC staff to refund 2 million Ghana cedis as on-end allowances. And I read, the chief executive of the Fair Wages and Salaries Commission, FWSC, engineer Ben Atta, has written to the controller and accountant general to enjoin some staff of the state broadcaster to refund some allowances said to be wrongfully paid them. Now, the affected staff are said to have received a total of more than 2 million on-end allowances within a year. According to the letter, the allowances were not supposed to have been paid because the staff were not entitled to them. This came to light in the aftermath of the national payroll monitoring exercise initiated by the commission. Old thieves, old men and women who are thieves. Now, when you look at government establishments, we have people who have been 30 years for the past 70 years and they are there. They use Yombo every time. Those who should have been 100 years this year are only 31 and they continue to be there. Now, when you go to GBC, you see people who should have retired 7 trillion years ago, yet they are there. That is why GBC has become stale. In my days, GBC was the in thing. In fact, GBC was the yardstick of proper journalism. Today, can you say that of GBC? It's our taxes that is keeping GBC going, or else GBC would have been sold long ago to Nam1 to be used for xylophone to play every morning. In fact, it's our taxes that will continue to keep GBC, because GBC will not be an earner as it is doing what it is doing right now. How many people watch GBC? Even my great-grandfather is no longer watching GBC. He's tired. How many people are listening to GBC radio? Nobody is listening to GBC radio. All that is keeping it there is 2 things. Number 1, the fact that we need to keep employment, so to fight unemployment. And number 2, our taxes, my brother, my sister, to be paid to these people so that we can say at the end of the day, oh, we have a national radio, we have a national TV. GBC has outlived its usefulness. And GBC, I'm speaking as a Ghanaian, and I have the right to speak because my taxes are used to keep outlandish and outmoded GBC in power. Hear me now, my brother, my sister. Go to GBC right now. People are wearing double spectacles because they stopped seeing 60 years ago. Too old to see. Go there and see. Gray hair has become all painted with Yombo. They are all sitting there. The last time I went to GBC, they didn't even have a computer to play music in the studio. They're still using cassettes and CDs. My brother, my sister, is this a serious establishment? And this is what my tax money is used to keep. I don't know the last time I listened. I mean, with all respect to people like Kafude in Accra right now, young souls who are trying to keep the place going and all that, much respect. That is where GBC should have been looking to. Not things of old, my brother, my sister, that are no more in use. And to make it worse, now we are hearing that over 2 million Ghana cedis paid in allowances to who? For what? After our taxes have been forced on these guys. Remember, there was a time they were jailing us for not paying TV license. Just to keep an outlandish and outmoded GBC alive. My brother, my sister, in this world of competition, anybody who tries to force a dead horse to run is only going to lose the race at the end of it all. Shame on you, GBC. Now this money has to be paid back. In fact, we need carbon dating to test the ages of these people in there. A lot of them should have retired 50 years ago, but they are still there. Yombo has become their light and their salvation. Nobody goes to GBC except through Yombo. Hallelujah. My brother, my sister, I think I have about 1 minute more to go, and I'm going to deal with that as quickly as possible. Now, the IMF money is here, and they are jubilating. I know that at the end of the day, they would have kenke parties to celebrate this. It's a shame. It's a very big shame, my brother, my sister. Yes, they are celebrating it. And they are saying that they worked very hard to get a loan. Can you believe that? Saddling us in more debt. We have not forgotten what happened, my brother, my sister, when Mahama was going for this IMF loan. I'm going to play a tape for you right after the news about Gabi Asario Tridakun talking and bemoaning the situation of the IMF loan when Mahama was in power. IMF is a disease. In fact, it's a demon if we have to go spiritual. Now you go and get the demon's money and you are happy, jumping around, and you want us to clap for you. Oh, what a shameful country. I am so ashamed that our people have lost all decency. All they are thinking about is saddling us in more debt. The other day you were running to China to beg China to forgive you your debt. The other day you were talking to the German ambassador to take you all the way to China and beg China to forgive your uselessness and your laziness. Today, my brother, my sister, this is where we have reached. To God be the glory. When would we stop going to the IMF and the World Bank? When would we say that we are the true Gold Coast? When can we say that we are the highest exporter of gold in the world, yet we are so useless we have to go begging? Oh, what a paradox. I leave it here. Eric Marwena advertised in the house. I return. And when I return, I'll play you that tape from Gabi, and then we'll get into the African history class.